Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Legends in English. Today, we are going to learn about a man whose strength united a nation. A man who turned dreams into reality and fear into courage. This is the story of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, also known as the Iron Man of India. He was not born into wealth or power. He didn't inherit leadership. He earned it, step by step, through honesty, courage, and love for his country. His work built the foundation of modern India. Yet his journey began in the simplest way. In a small village in Gujarat, Vallabhbhai Patel was born on October 31, 1875, in a village called Narrated, located in present-day Gujarat, India. His father, Vallabhbhai Patel, had fought in the army of the great ruler Rani Lakshmibai during the 1857 revolt. And his mother, Ladba Devi, was a deeply spiritual woman who believed in hard work and honesty. From childhood, Vallabhbhai was serious, brave, and independent. He didn't talk much, but when he did, his words had meaning. People often said that even as a boy, he had the discipline and courage of a leader. He was good at solving problems once. When he got a painful boil on his arm, he calmly treated it himself with a hot iron rod, without crying or calling for help. His friends were shocked, but this small act showed his inner strength. That is why, years later, people called him the Iron Man. Not just because of his actions, but because of his unbreakable spirit. Patel studied in local schools and helped his family with farming. Money was limited, but his will to learn was strong. He would walk long distances to school every day. After finishing his basic education, he dreamed of becoming a lawyer. But that dream was not easy to reach. He didn't have enough money for higher studies, and his responsibilities toward his family came first. After finishing school, he began to work as a teacher to earn some income. But his heart always told him to aim higher. He studied law on his own, often borrowing books and reading late at night under a small lamp. His hard work paid off. He passed the law examination and became a successful lawyer in Godhra and later in Ahmedabad. His intelligence, honesty, and clear thinking made him popular among both clients and judges. People trusted him because he always stood for truth. He earned enough to live comfortably. But wealth never changed his simple nature. He lived a disciplined life and believed in justice above everything else. In 1910, Patel decided to go to London to study further and become a barrister. It was a bold decision for someone from a small Indian village. He completed his studies at the Middle Temple Inn in just 2 years. An amazing achievement, since most students took 3. He was focused, determined, and brilliant. When he returned to India in 1913, he started practicing law in Ahmedabad and quickly became one of the top lawyers in the city. He had everything a man could wish for: success, respect, and wealth. But then something happened that changed his life forever. One evening, in 1915, Vallabhbhai Patel attended a meeting where Mahatma Gandhi was speaking. Gandhi's words about truth, non-violence, and service to the nation deeply touched him. Patel felt that his true duty was not just to fight legal cases, but to fight for the freedom of his country. He soon joined Gandhi's movement and gave up his successful legal career. From that day on, Vallabhbhai Patel became one of Gandhi's most trusted followers and a key leader in India's struggle for independence. This was the turning point of his life. From lawyer to leader, from success to sacrifice, the man who once fought legal battles in court was now ready to fight for the soul of his country. And this was just the beginning of his incredible journey. the journey that would make him the unifying force of India. The rise of a leader. Patel and the People's Movement. When Vallabhbhai Patel joined Mahatma Gandhi's movement, his life took a new direction. The man who once lived in the world of law and arguments now walked among farmers, workers, and villagers. He traded his courtroom suit for the simple khadi clothes of a freedom fighter. At first, he watched Gandhi closely. How he spoke to people, listened to their pain, and inspired them without anger or violence. Gandhi saw in Patel not just intelligence, but courage and discipline. Soon, Patel became one of Gandhi's most trusted allies and strongest pillars of the Indian National Congress. In 1917, Patel became secretary of the Gujarat Sabha, a local Congress branch. This gave him the chance to work directly for the people. He started organizing villages, helping farmers, and spreading awareness about their rights. Patel believed political freedom had no meaning unless ordinary people became strong, educated, and united. His first major test came with the Kheda Satyagraha in 1918. That year, Gujarat suffered from drought and famine. Crops failed, and farmers struggled to survive. Yet the British refused to reduce land taxes. The farmers were desperate and close to starvation. Patel stepped forward to lead them. He traveled from village to village, inspiring farmers to stand together peacefully. He told them that if they stayed united and refused to pay the unfair tax, the British would have to listen. Under his leadership, thousands stood firm. They didn't fight with weapons, but with courage and unity. For months, Patel organized meetings, helped farmers stay disciplined, and ensured that no one broke the rule of non-violence. The British tried to threaten them, seize land, and jail leaders, but Patel remained calm and unshaken. His firm guidance kept the movement peaceful and strong. In the end, the British gave in. They agreed to cancel the taxes for that year. The victory was a major milestone, not just for Gujarat, but for India's freedom struggle. It proved that courage and unity could defeat even the most powerful empire without violence. After Kheda, people started calling him Sardar, meaning leader or chief. It was a title of love and respect given by the people. From that day on, Vallabhbhai Patel was known as Sardar Patel, the people's leader and defender of justice. One of his greatest movements came in Bardoli in 1928. Once again, the British increased land revenue by 22%. Even though farmers were suffering, the farmers of Bardoli came to Patel for help. They trusted him completely. Patel accepted, saying, "If you are ready to suffer without fear and without violence, I am ready to lead you." He visited every village, explained Satyagraha, trained volunteers, and kept everyone united. The British tried to break their unity by seizing cattle, auctioning homes, and sending police, but no one gave up. For months, the farmers stood strong, guided by Patel's wisdom. The movement became an example of perfect discipline and peaceful protest. Newspapers across India praised the farmers' courage. Finally, the British were forced to withdraw the unfair tax and return the seized lands. It was another historic victory. Gandhi said, "Whatever Sardar Patel touches, he turns to gold." Bardoli made Patel one of the most respected leaders in India. It showed the power of leadership based on honesty, courage, and love for people. Patel's fame spread beyond Gujarat. He became a national figure in the Congress. When Gandhi launched the non-cooperation and civil disobedience movements, Patel played a key role in organizing protests, collecting funds, and managing the organization. He was not a man of loud speeches. He believed in discipline and action. His words were simple but powerful. He often said, "Faith is of no avail in absence of strength." Faith and strength, both are essential to accomplish any great work. Patel was arrested several times during the freedom struggle. He faced prison with courage but never lost his spirit. Jail, for him, was just another chance to strengthen his resolve. By the 1930s and 1940s, Patel had become one of the top leaders of the Congress, working beside Gandhi, Nehru, and Rajendra Prasad. Gandhi called him his shield and sword. Whenever the movement faced a crisis, Patel kept things under control. Calm, firm, and fearless. But Patel was more than a political leader. He was a man of humanity. He helped poor villagers, supported families of imprisoned freedom fighters, and guided young workers. To him, service to the people was service to God. Even after reaching great heights, Patel remained humble and simple, living a disciplined life without luxury. He once said, "Manpower without unity is not a strength unless it is harmonized and united properly. Then it becomes a spiritual power." This belief in unity would later define his greatest achievement, uniting India itself. The freedom struggle intensifies. Jails, sacrifices, and the dream of independence. By the early 1930s, India's freedom movement had become stronger than ever. The voices of freedom echoed in every corner of the country, from small villages to large cities. The British Empire was beginning to feel the power of a united India. At the heart of this growing movement stood leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, each with a special role to play. Sardar Patel's strength was his discipline, his courage, and his deep connection with ordinary people. He was not just a politician. He was a door. A man who turned ideas into action. Whenever Gandhi or Nehru needed someone to handle a difficult situation, they turned to Patel. Whether it was organizing protests, managing the Congress Party's affairs, or controlling riots, Patel's calm and steady leadership made him the Iron Man of India long before the title became official. In 1930, Gandhi launched the Salt March, also known as the Dandi March, to protest the British tax on salt. It was one of the most powerful acts of civil disobedience in world history. Sardar Patel played a key role in organizing this movement in Gujarat. Before Gandhi began his 240-mile walk to Dandi, Patel traveled across the region to prepare the people, explain the meaning of the march, and encourage them to join peacefully. He told them, "This is not just about salt. It is about our freedom, our right to live with dignity." His speeches touched the hearts of thousands. When Gandhi was arrested during the march, Patel took charge, keeping the movement alive and disciplined. The British government feared Patel's influence. He was arrested multiple times. In 1930, 1932, and again during the Quit India movement in 1942. But no matter how many times they imprisoned him, they could not silence his spirit. Even inside jail, Patel continued to inspire others. He spent his time reading, writing, and planning for India's future. During the Quit India movement, launched by Gandhi in 1942, Patel gave one of his most powerful speeches. He said, "We shall not rest until freedom is achieved. We may be imprisoned. We may be beaten. But we shall never bow." His words became a source of courage for thousands who joined the struggle. That same year, The British arrested almost all senior Congress leaders, including Gandhi, Nehru, and Patel. They were imprisoned for nearly 3 years. During that time, the freedom movement continued to grow. People across India rose up in protest. Students, workers, farmers, and women, all inspired by their leader's sacrifice. When Patel was finally released in 1945, he was older but even stronger in spirit. The world had changed. World War II had ended, and Britain was weakened. The demand for Indian independence was now unstoppable. Patel knew that the final phase of the struggle had begun. But he also understood that victory would not be easy. The British were preparing to leave, but they wanted to divide India before going. The idea of partition, dividing the country into India and Pakistan, began to grow. Gandhi was heartbroken. Nehru wanted unity, but he also wanted to move forward quickly. Patel, though deeply saddened by the idea of partition, accepted it as a painful necessity to end years of violence and achieve freedom. He said, "In the end, we must choose peace over endless bloodshed. If division is the price for freedom, we must pay it and move forward." Finally, on August 15, 1947, India became free. After nearly 2 centuries of British rule, the tricolour flag of India rose high in the sky. The dream of countless freedom fighters had finally come true. The streets were filled with joy, pride, and tears. But even in that moment of celebration, Sardar Patel saw the challenges ahead. The new India was free, but also divided. Millions of people were migrating across the borders between India and Pakistan. Violence and chaos spread through many regions. Patel immediately took charge of restoring order and peace. As India's first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister, Sardar Patel's real work had just begun. While others celebrated, he worked day and night to build the foundation of a united and strong nation. The biggest challenge facing India after independence was the existence of more than 560 princely states, kingdoms and regions that were ruled by local kings, princes, and nawabs. These states had been semi-independent under British rule, and now they had the choice to join India, join Pakistan, or remain independent. If these states stayed separate, India would become a patchwork of hundreds of small countries, weak and divided. Patel understood this danger better than anyone else. He said, "We have achieved freedom, but now we must achieve unity. Without unity, freedom has no meaning." With his sharp mind, diplomatic skill, and firm resolve, Patel began the greatest task of his life: uniting the Indian nation. The Great Unifier. How Sardar Patel united 562 princely states into one India. When India became free in 1947, the biggest challenge was not just freedom itself. It was unity. The country was divided into more than 560 princely states, each ruled by a local king, prince, or nawab. These rulers had enjoyed power and privilege under British rule, and now they had to choose. Would they join India, join Pakistan, or try to stay independent? It was a dangerous and confusing time. If every ruler chose to remain separate, India would be broken into hundreds of small countries, weak, unstable, and easy for enemies to divide. The dream of one free India could vanish before it even began. That's when Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel stepped forward with courage and vision. He said, "The British have left, but now our biggest duty begins: to make India one." As Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister, Patel took charge of the States Department, responsible for merging all princely states into the Union of India. Working closely with VP Menon, a brilliant civil servant, Patel began a mission that few thought possible. He didn't use force first. He used wisdom, logic, and persuasion. He met each ruler personally, speaking with calm authority and clear purpose. He told them, "This is not about losing power. It's about saving your people. A divided India will destroy us all. A united India will give us strength and peace." Many rulers respected him and trusted his words. His honesty and strength convinced them. By the end of 1947, most princely states had signed the instrument of accession, agreeing to join the Indian Union. But some powerful states refused, including Hyderabad, Junagadh, and Kashmir. Let's look at how Patel handled these challenges. Junagadh. The ruler of Junagadh decided to join Pakistan, even though his people were mostly Hindu and wanted to be part of India. Patel took firm action. He said, "Junagadh is part of India, geographically, culturally, and emotionally." Through pressure and local support, Patel brought Junagadh back into India without war. Hyderabad. The Nizam of Hyderabad wanted to remain independent and even built his own army. The situation became dangerous, with violence spreading. Patel, though a man of peace, believed firmness was needed to protect the nation. In 1948, he launched a swift operation called Operation Polo. In just 5 days, Hyderabad was peacefully integrated into India, and Patel became a national hero. Kashmir. The situation in Kashmir was complex. When Pakistani tribesmen invaded in 1947, the Maharaja asked for India's help. Patel immediately sent troops to defend it and helped Kashmir join India legally. His quick decision saved Kashmir from falling into Pakistani hands. Within 2 years, Patel united 562 princely states into one nation, a task many thought impossible. Leaders worldwide were amazed. Even Lord Mountbatten said, "What Sardar Patel has achieved in months, the British could not have done in 100 years." This great work earned him the title, Iron Man of India. He had shown strength, wisdom, and deep love for the country. His unity plan laid the foundation for modern India. One strong nation, under one flag. When asked how he united such a vast land, Patel said, "I did not use force. I used faith. Faith in India and her people." He worked tirelessly, sleeping little and traveling constantly. His health suffered, but his spirit never weakened. "Even if my body gives up," he said, "my soul will continue to serve India." Thanks to Sardar Patel's leadership, the map of India changed forever. The divided territories were now one great nation. His work made possible the India we know today. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Assam. His dream was not just political unity but emotional unity. He wanted every Indian, regardless of language, religion, or background, to feel proud to say, "We are one." When India faced internal challenges after independence, Patel worked to restore peace. He reminded people that freedom was not the end. It was the beginning. "We must now build the India of our dreams," he said. "An India where no one is hungry, no one is afraid, and everyone walks together." Even his opponents respected him. Jawaharlal Nehru once said, "History will record that Sardar Patel was the builder and consolidator of New India." By 1949, Patel had achieved what no army or empire could. He united a land of countless kingdoms, languages, and cultures into a single democratic nation. His iron determination gave India its true shape, not just on the map, but in spirit. The final years. Patel's wisdom, sacrifice, and everlasting legacy. By 1949, India was finally free, united, and standing tall. But the journey had taken its toll on Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Now in his 70s, his hair grey and body weak, his mind remained sharp as ever. Even when ill, he worked for hours, guiding ministers and shaping India's future. He often said, "My work will be finished only when India becomes strong and every Indian lives with dignity." Patel lived simply, wore plain clothes, and cared nothing for fame, only for the nation's progress. When asked why he worked so hard, he smiled, "Because the country needs it. We did not fight for freedom to rest. We fought to build." But his final years brought challenges too. Differences grew between him and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Both loved India deeply but had different visions. Nehru dreamed of a modern, industrial India, while Patel focused on unity and discipline. Yet Patel never disrespected Nehru. He called him Panditji with warmth and said, "Nehru is the chosen leader of the people. It is my duty to support him." That was his greatness. Strong, yet humble, powerful, yet loyal. Even when others tried to create tension, Patel refused to fight. "We both are servants of the same Mother India," he said. In his later years, Patel worked to strengthen India's administration, creating the All India Services, the IAS and IPS, which still serve as the backbone of India today. "These officers are the steel frame of India," he said. "Without them, the country will collapse." By 1950, his health declined rapidly. Years of struggle had weakened his heart. Doctors advised rest, but he refused. "How can I rest when my people are still building their nation?" Even during illness, he met leaders, gave advice, and urged unity. On December 15, 1950, Sardar Patel passed away peacefully in Mumbai. The news spread like a wave of sorrow. India had lost one of its greatest sons, the man who united her people and protected her soul. Gandhi once called him the Bismarck of India, but to the people, he was more the Iron Man of India. As his body was taken for cremation, thousands filled the streets. Farmers, soldiers, leaders, children, all mourning as one family. Flags flew at half-mast, Nehru said. Sardar Patel was a great man of India, a man of strong will and firm decision. Years passed, but Patel's name never faded. His work became India's foundation. In 2014, he was honored with the Statue of Unity, 182 meters tall in Kevadia, Gujarat, symbolizing his vision and strength. Even today, Patel's life teaches us that real strength is calm determination, not loudness. For those listening to the legends in English, Patel's story is a lesson in courage, humility, and discipline. Just as you learn English step by step, he built a nation step by step. With patience and love, he proved that one person with clear purpose can change history. His message still shines bright. Unity is our greatest strength. Together, we can achieve anything. You've been listening to the Legends in English, where every story helps you get inspired, improve your English, and grow wiser. Legends like Sardar Patel remind us that unity is not just a dream. It is a duty. And when we stand together with honesty and courage, nothing is impossible.